everybody, welcome back to Random Adventures. Today I got for you a really cool moped style e-bike from Hovsco. This is the Hovsco GTRS. This HovGtrs is driven by a 1500 watt peak motor in the rear, and it does come with a 15 amp hour UL certified battery. The bike has a claim top speed of 28 miles per hour, but you might be able to unlock some of those features through the app. Let's get you in a little closer here. We'll take a look at some of the features. Hey guys, let's get a closer look at the bike. As you can see, the bike has a little bit of a shorter wheelbase. That's going to allow a really tight turning radius on this bike. I did try the dual crown forks, and you can turn the wheels really sharp, so you should be able to whip this bike right around. Back here in the back, you get your Chow Yang 20 by 4 inch fat tires. They do say fat tire on them now. I think that's pretty cool. You get some plastic fenders in the rear, you get some plastic fenders up front. Here's a look at your Shimano derailleur in the rear and Shimano 7-speed cassette. Your hub drive motor is right here. There's no numbers on it, but it is a 750 watt nominal, 1500 watt peak motor. This is a full suspension e-bike. It does have the swing arm frame that has the HLT-100 1,000 foot-pound shock in the rear. Here's a closer look at your 15 amp hour battery. It does say Hovsco on the side. It does have the battery life indicator on top, and it does have a switch to power it on and off. And this is your charging port. It is the 5mm style charging port. The bike does come with a 3 amp charger, which is a step up from some of the 2 amp chargers that we see. That should allow you to charge up this 15 amp hour battery in just 5 hours, which is a pretty quick charge time. Looks like they're using the Nico branded headset here. The bike does have an unbranded dual crown fork suspension in the front. You get about this much travel on it right here. There's no adjustments on the top. Here's a feature I love about the bike. I love the mag wheels. These are so much better than spoke wheels in my opinion. You're not going to have any loose spokes to adjust. You're not going to have any clicking noises coming from your spokes. These mag wheels are super easy to clean. They're really strong and sturdy. You're going to have less vibration when you're riding the bike. There's many good features about alloy mag wheels that I really like. The bike actually has a unique frame extension back here that has 2 mounting holes. So you should be able to mount like a bike rack bag trunk back here on the back, or you might be able to mount another seat extension if you want to have a kid sit here on the rear or something. I can tell you from my own personal experience of sitting on the bike that shock there in the rear is pretty strong, and this bike could carry quite a bit of weight here on the seat without bottoming out that shock. Alright guys, take a look at this seat. The seat is super nice. It's got this sewn in pattern here. Looks like it'd be right at home in a sports car or something. Alright guys, on the other side here we'll take a look at the brakes. They are Core-Ride branded hydraulic disc brakes. They come with large 180mm disc rotors. You get the same 180mm disc rotors on the front. Alright guys, let's get in here and take a look at the handlebars. Over here on the left side you got your Core-Ride hydraulic brakes. This is what the brake levers look like. I actually like these a lot. The bike comes with some straight rubber hand grips. The bike comes with a thumb throttle on the left side. And here's your control panel. Over here on the right side, the rear brake is on the right. You got your Shimano gear shifter. Just hold the power button. You get a colored display. Change your pedal assist levels. You simply do the plus and minus here. Looks like you get 5 levels of pedal assist out of the box. It is kind of a basic display. You just get battery life, a large mile per hour reading, your pedal assist level. You get trip and odometer. And basically that's it for this display. Simple as that. If you hold the plus and minus, you can get into the P settings. Looks like you get P1 and P2 in the settings. The P1 you can change from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. I'm not sure what the P2 does, but those are the only 2 settings you can access through the display here. I do believe you can change some more settings through their app. The turn signals, you have to double tap them to turn them on, and you got to double tap them to turn them off. So let's try that. And it does indicate up here on the display. Let's try the left one. And to end it, you got to double tap it. Just like that. Let's see what speed we get right out of the box here. Looks like it's only giving us 22 miles an hour out of the box. I do believe you need to get into the app control to unlock that to 28. Alright guys, I was able to download the app and unlock the bike to class 3. The QR code that came on the manual didn't get me the app, so I actually called the company, and guess what? They picked up right away and emailed me a different QR code that did work. So yeah, the app is pretty cool. You can see some different settings on the bike, your miles per hour, speed, odometer, all that stuff. And you can get into the personal settings there. And that's where I was able to unlock the e-bike class to class 3. So no problem with that. Check this out now. Remember we were only going 22 miles an hour? Now it shoots right up to 32 with no load on it. So yeah, that'll be a lot more fun to ride in class 3. You had to agree to the terms, of course. Let's take a look at the lights. You got to long press the headlight button to turn it on. That's what the beam looks like on the wall. Decently bright. Kind of a wide beam. That's your taillight in the rear. Let's see if we got brake lights. Actually, we got flashing brake lights. And let's put the turn signals on. There you go. Right side. Left side. This bike is a little bit on the smaller side, so if you're a shorter rider, that's going to be good for you. All right, let's see how I fit on the bike. I'm 6 foot tall, 215 pounds. Can easily step over. Got a few inches below me here. Got some space. Even though the bike is a little bit on the smaller side, it still fits a 6 foot rider pretty well. That's what my pedal stroke looks like. I don't think I'm going to be doing a whole lot of pedaling on this bike anyhow, but the seat is a little bit more narrow up here in the front, so that makes pedaling just a little bit easier. All right, let's take this thing out and ride it. All right, let's see what this thing can do. Let's do a top speed run here. 215 pounds. Hitting 29. I think if you're a little bit lighter than me, you can get this thing up to 30, 31, 32. Bike's got some pretty good torque, man. So while this bike can do a top speed of 29, 30 miles an hour, 29 with me on it, over 200 pounds, that don't seem to be a sweet spot. The bike feels pretty well perfect, cruising right here at 21 miles an hour. Like, it feels great riding it. The motor on this bike makes a little bit of noise, and I do believe that's the way they have the gears inside the motor, because this bike seems to have a lot of low-end torque, a lot of low-end grunt. You can basically pick the wheel up with me on it off the line, which I haven't seen a lot of e-bikes like that. So it seems to be geared for low-end torque, which is going to be really good for like doing some trail riding and stuff. Let's head down this way. I have no idea where this goes, but it goes back towards the direction we came from, so. Let's check these brakes out here. Let's do a little pull from 20. Got hydraulic brakes. Yeah. As you see there, you can just totally lock up the tires and stop on a dime with these Core Ride hydraulic brakes. This is my first time riding with these Core Ride hydraulic brakes. You saw that the bike had super great braking from 20. I mean, it just freaking stopped on a dime. Let's do a little acceleration run. 0 to 20 something. Ready? Let's go. $20. $29. Yeah, I'm getting 29 out of it. Nice. Real nice. Let's check out this turning radius here. Let's see if I can turn around within the lane here. Yeah. You see, that's the benefit of this short wheelbase. And take a look at this dual crown fork.
the way they've built the frame here, you can turn this thing all the way over. Some of the bikes you cannot do that on because the dual crown fork will hit the frame right here. But this one you can lock over hard. So this bike, I don't want to do it with too much power here, but you can essentially just, the bike is super maneuverable, put it that way. This is going to be fun off in the gravel, having this much maneuverability. That's a really cool feature of this bike. Well, let's head down this road for a little bit here. Got no idea where it goes, but I tell you what I like about it. There ain't a single car in sight. And it's a Friday afternoon. Rush hour, too. This is rush hour in South Georgia. We're down here near Woodbury. Woodbury is a suspected meteor impact crater, if you're not familiar with it. It's not confirmed yet. I don't know why they haven't confirmed it. Maybe nobody's just studying it anymore, more or less. But it's listed as suspected impact crater. You can look up the Woodbury impact site or Woodbury anomaly, something like that, if you're interested. Oh man, what happened to that little building? Looks like somebody must have crashed into it. Dang, 2 of them. Somebody wrecked their car and crashed into 2 brand new buildings. People are coming 70 miles an hour. All right, this is where we're going. Historic 1840s red oak covered bridge. All right, here's the bridge. I think the wedding party has left. $200-year-old bridge almost. And they're still giving it a 3-ton weight limit. It can still have cars going across it. Georgia had many of these bridges back in the day. And the thing is, there was a lot of battles going on between different groups and stuff. And a lot of these bridges got burned down. They would build them, somebody would burn it down. They would build it, somebody would burn it down. And the engineer that was building a lot of bridges in Georgia was actually, I don't know if he was a slave or a freed slave, and he was an engineer, a bridge building engineer, and they used that guy a lot to build a lot of these bridges in Georgia. That's a little bit of history if you did not know that. I don't know if he built this particular one. This is Red Oak Bridge, but he built a lot of bridges over the Chattahoochee and stuff like that back in the day. So I'll try to look up his name and put it on the screen here, but like I said, I'm not sure if he's associated with this bridge. Here you go, you get to see it with your own eyes. 200-year-old bridge almost, 180 years old right now, and there's a full-size pickup truck coming across. Pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Dude, this thing's got some torque, man. I've never had a budget e-bike that could basically lift up the front tire with me on it at this price level. Let's see. Yeah, man. This thing's got the torque. So for you wheeliers out there, I don't know if you got to disconnect the brake sensors or not. I'm not a wheelier, so I don't know how to do all that. But yeah, man, this thing can. That's the best wheelie you're gonna get out of me right there, and that's just not good. But if you can do that, this bike has the ability to do a wheelie, which is a first for me at this price point. So that also tells you this thing's gonna have some pretty good hill climbing ability with the amount of torque that it has off the line. Let's roll across this bridge. If the big truck made it, I think we can make it. I suppose this is Red Oak Creek here. And there's an oak tree right over there on the bank. I can see the oak tree leaves. They're not red, but maybe that happens in the fall. Yeah, I think oak trees do turn red in the fall. There's the little history there if you want to read that. Well, this bridge might have been built by the man I was talking about. This bridge was built by freed slaves and noted bridge builder Horace King. So there you go. That might be the guy. I don't even need to put it up on the screen. Yeah, read about that man for being. I don't know if he was ever a slave, but he had freed slaves working for him. But anyhow, well-known bridge builder in Georgia. Some Georgia history. I still don't know if this bike has cruise control. I really don't know, to tell you the truth. It doesn't seem to have cruise control right here, natively or whatever you want to call it. But maybe it does through that app, but I'm just not sure. All right, let's roll over this bridge. This is my cruise control today. Thumb. A little dark in here. Oh man, it smells so cool. We're gonna roll back through with the headlight on. This wood smells so neat, being so old like that. Look, they got little tire tracks where you drive your vehicle at. Uh-oh. One of the planks is up. I'm kind of curious how much of this was built and rebuilt again. I'm wearing sunglasses anyhow, so I don't know what I'm complaining about. See what I got on? I got a different one of these Land helmets, which I will link in the video below, the description below, because I like these Land helmets. As I've mentioned, each one of their helmets comes with a visor, pair of sunglasses like that matches the helmet, and I think that's really cool. They did not ask me to promote them or anything like that. I like the helmet, and it's pretty cheap. All right, well now I got the light down there where it's supposed to be. I guess it's not as dark in here as I thought once I take off the glasses. There we go. I wanted to get a little speed out of there, but there's a few holes at the end of the bridge. Yeah, this bike has no horn. So if you get you this bike and you need a horn or a bell or something like that, just add that into your shopping cart. All right, covered bridge, we're out of here. Gotta ride the planks. That's good fun. That's good fun. Sandy spot. Had a lot of fun doing donuts there. Here's a look at the bike. There's a look at your headlight. Been having so much fun riding and cruising and ripping around. Forgot to check the pedal assist levels. I only do that for you guys because personally I'm not pedaling no moped style e-bike. So, but when we get up here on the flat, we'll check out these pedal assist levels. You can turn the power all the way off on this bike. Let's see if I can pedal it. I'm in gear 2. This is not the heaviest e-bike because this is not the biggest e-bike. I tell you what, this don't feel half bad. I've pedaled some e-bikes with the power off that felt like you were dragging a truck. This bike is a lot lighter. So, yeah, I mean, if you ran out of battery, you could get somewhere. All right, let's check pedal assist level 1 now. Cadence sensor. So just rotate your legs. You don't even need to put any pressure on here. We're rolling at 8 miles an hour. Pedal assist 1, let's do 2. Quite a big bump up there in power. I'm gonna have to shift down or shift up, whatever. 13 miles an hour, pedal assist 2. Now we're on a long downhill, so we'll have to wait. Let's see, we're 6th gear, we can pedal. Pedal assist 3, 17 miles an hour. Real nice cadence. You could shift up again to 7th gear. Slow your pedaling down a little bit if you want to. Woohoo! Rough road, but the bumps, the suspension is working for us. I've never been down here. Never, ever, ever, ever been down here. So yeah, 15, 17 miles an hour, pedal assist 3. Let's climb this hill here first, and then we'll bump it up to 4. All right, might be flat enough here. Let's try pedal assist 4. 7th gear, pedal assist 4. I don't know, seems to only be giving us 18. Was it giving us less than 3? Let's see. All right, I guess I had that wrong. Pedal assist 3 is giving us 14, 15 miles an hour. And then pedal assist 4 was giving us 18 miles an hour. Let's see what pedal assist does on 5. Not gonna be able to keep up pedaling. Holy cow. Oh yeah. No, pedal assist 5 gives you all the power. All of it, man. All right, enough of that pedaling stuff. Got work to do. Oh man, it just feels so good out here. It's in the mid-70s. It just smells like countryside. You got all these wildflowers. Look at this, it's just beautiful. I love wildflowers. Moo, moo. All right. Basically at 11 miles, guys, so. I think I hear a vehicle coming, so I'm gonna step off here to the side. Check out their fence line. They got a lot of roses growing here. It's pretty neat. Moo, moo, moo. Let's say hi to the closest cow here. What's up, buddy? Moo. And they're staring at me. Hey, don't worry, guys. This is just one of you. Oh, that's a lady. She's got the udders going on. All right, back on the road. Have to look for that other bridge next time. I could have swore it was just right on the same road that I was on, but obviously not. I'm not even mad though. Yeah, getting out here, riding, enjoying life, man, getting to see this beautiful countryside view, South Georgia view, smelling all these wildflowers and smelling the cows too. Let's hit that turn signal, why not? First time I'm using the turn signal for what it's supposed to be used for. See, but you got to double click it to turn it off. It's a good place to test a moped style e-bike out here on this road. It's a little far from home, about 45 minutes from home. Dude, we are blazing. I saw a big bump, so I had to hop up off the seat there. Oh yeah, handled it well though. We've made it back to the covered bridge here. Let me cross here and I'll give you some my final thoughts on the bike. Let's see if my Jeep is still there. This is not my first Jeep to have over here. I had another Jeep a while ago now, 2014. So yeah, more than a decade ago now. I had another Jeep JK dune color, and I brought it to this bridge, and that's probably the last time I've been over to this bridge. And now I got this Willys edition, maroon and black. So anyhow, let's talk about the bike. The reason I was mentioning that about the Jeep and about me not being over at this bridge for a decade, there's a reason I was mentioning that. Is because that's one thing about e-biking that I've found out along the way so far. E-bikes, they get you outside, they get you back on the road, they get you exploring, they get you back to places that you love that you haven't been to in a while. Those are all the main reasons to get you a bike like this. Is because it lets you frankly, live a more enjoyable life. And that's what's been happening to me since I've been riding these e-bikes. All right, about this particular e-bike, I think it looks super cool. It goes fast enough for me. We just did 16 miles on this trip, and it's showing 2 bars left. So it probably has a 25-mile range when you're doing all that top speed running like we just were. It probably has a 35-mile range if you're running lower speeds than I was doing. So, but that battery right there comes with a 3-amp charger, and it only takes 5 hours from fully empty to get this thing back out on the road, fully charged again. So that's a pretty quick charging time, pretty quick turnaround time. So the bike has really good brakes. Those Core Ride brakes were my first time trying those out, and I was impressed with the brakes, frankly. Enjoy riding your Hovsco HovGtrs e-bike. And thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe below. Helps the channel out. And I do appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.